Hey family, what's good? This is your girl, I am the Bronze Goddess, and I'm actually here today to do another strawberry letter. But before I get into today's video, I want to remind you guys to check out my book. It's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. It's available on CreateSpace, Amazon, and you can also download it in Kindle. But the amazing news is that you can now purchase my book at barnesandnoble.com. That is huge for me, especially as a self-published author. I believe they say they get over 100,000 books from authors who want to have their books available on their website and in their stores. So for me to be one of those people is huge. I could not have done it without you guys and your continued support of me and your continued support of the book. Even those of you who are married and in committed relationships who have bought the book and given it to your single girlfriends. I would never have gotten to this point if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. But anyway, without any further ado, let's get started with today's video. Let's go get 'em. I just want to cut to the chase. I kind of want a divorce, but I'm not sure what I should do. I've been married for a year now, coming up on my second year anniversary in December. We didn't date very long when we got married, which is the thing that I regret the most. My spouse has trouble keeping a job, has anger issues, and puts his blood before me. First, I'd like to say he has a misdemeanor for breaking a window at a job he had. We just moved back into our hometown about 4 months ago. Previously, I lived in a town about an hour away, and when we got married, he moved in with me. He had to quit his job when we moved in, but I agreed to it because I figured it wouldn't be too much trouble to find a new one. He often told me that he was frustrated with the job. I told him to keep his cool, work good so that he could possibly use his manager as a reference for his new job. He later called me and told me he stormed out, cursed the people out, and quit. My mother warned me and asked me if I was sure I wanted to marry him, but I was being so eager and I just said yes. When we moved in, about a month of unemployment turned into 9 months. He stopped even trying, told me that he wouldn't even work at fast food. And I was desperate that I didn't care what kind of job he had as long as he had a job. So I talked to him and told him that I couldn't be with a man that doesn't work, so he found a job. Fast forward to today, he found a decent paying job, a temp job, but he eventually got laid off. He came home upset and told me to console him, and I just couldn't give him a hug. I told him we have a lot of bills. His 21-year-old sister lives with us also, and I told him before we moved her in that she would have to pay a bill, but he didn't do that. She doesn't work at an amazing job or anything, but it's a job. Now she's pregnant and he always is buying her food. Whenever she asks him to buy her food, he jumps to it, and she often calls out. I'm going to have to summarize it from here because it's extremely long. So now the wife is frustrated. The husband has gone so far as to say that if the baby daddy of his sister, if he marries his sister, that they too could move in, even though he doesn't even have a job himself. And he even went on Facebook and put all their business out there as like, you know, ladies, if your husband came home and told you that he was laid off from a job, would you console him? And then all the ladies were like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that your wife isn't consoling you and all of that. And any person who said anything like, maybe you should keep your personal business off of Facebook, he blocked them and deleted them. The wife doesn't know what she should do. She is married to this man, she loves him, but he is extremely lazy, he doesn't want to work, and she feels like she's stuck. The writer also says in the letter that her husband's mother recently passed away, and I think that could be part of the reason why he feels so protective over his sister and like he should help her. But the husband isn't contributing to the household. This isn't just my opinion, but this is actually biblical. The Bible says if a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat. I honestly feel like, and I hate to be this blunt, but I have to be, I feel like his mother failed him. Because as a mother, if you're raising a son, you should raise him to be protective and to want to provide for the woman in his life. I feel like maybe the mother was always taking care of him, always washing his clothes and feeding him and giving him money. He's never had to be an adult. He's never had to be a grown man and provide for someone. And I feel like you married him so quickly, you didn't give yourself or the relationship time to develop enough for you to see that. Love is patient. One of the things you should always be on the lookout for is a man who is too eager to want to marry you. What are you hiding? What are you running from? Are you running from the law? Are you running from a relationship? Are you running from, like, what is the rush? I mean, it's one thing when you meet someone, you're head over heels, that's great, but you don't have to commit your life to them so quickly. You know that was a mistake. And I feel bad that's what happened to you and that you're going to have to learn this lesson the hard way. But I definitely suggest that you pray about the situation, that God can touch his heart and to mature him. I don't think he has what it takes to take care of a family. I feel like he is a user and a moocher, and he loved the fact that you were so ambitious, that you were a go-getter, that you were goal-oriented, and almost like in a feminine way, he sought that out. There's definitely a role reversal here. You said in your letter that you work 80 hours a week and you come home and your house is dirty and he hasn't even cleaned. He isn't contributing to any way. The only thing that he's giving you is stress. So you asked me what did I suggest that you do? If it were me, if I were you, I would go spend some time with my mother. I would let him know that I'm under so much stress. I don't feel like this is working out. You don't want to work. And that's not what I signed up for. I thought that we were in this together. It's one thing when I told you to quit your job because you moved here. But I didn't think that you didn't want to work at all. Like, I didn't think that this was by choice. I would leave him and his sister and I would make them be grown-ups enough to fix it on their own, to handle it themselves. They are both used to being taken care of. You said his sister has a job. She's pregnant now. And all she does is ask him for money for food. Since he doesn't work, that money is coming out of your pocket. This is only going to get worse for you if you don't set boundaries now. If you don't put your foot down now, you're already taking care of him, you're taking care of his sister, and when the baby comes, that baby is also going to be your financial responsibility. And if the dude marries his sister, then he's also going to be your financial responsibility. They are all using you. This is a family of users. It is a shame that there are people out there who prey on the kindness and the generosity of others, but I feel like he married you so that you can feel stuck. I would make sure that he realizes that I'm not stuck. That I would go spend some time with my mother and I would make him figure it out. I would say, Mom, I would tell her, I would be honest with her. You say you have a great relationship with your mom and she even asked you why you married him. I would talk to her and say, Mom, this is what's going on. I want to spend some time with you. I'm sure she would welcome you back with open arms and I would make the two of them grow up. Their mother failed them. She failed them to prepare them for the harsh reality of this cold, cruel world out here. They don't even know how to take care of themselves. As a mother, that's one of the main things you have to teach your children is how they can survive without you. They're not going to be in your home forever. At some point, they're going to be out here in society. They're going to have to learn how to manage their money, how to budget, how to be a responsible individual, how to pay bills on time. Somebody failed him. He was old enough to get married, but he wasn't mature enough. But he saw you as an opportunity. Do I think that he loves you? Honestly, I'm not sure. And the fact that he had the nerve to go on Facebook looking for sympathy from all these other women, I think that's what he does. I'm always leery of a man who always has some sob story about how life has him down, because there's always another man out there with that exact same story who is doing it. As long as you take care of him and his sister and his sister's baby, you never know how many people he's going to move into your home. You can't even enjoy being a newlywed because you got his sister here. And you don't even have a child, but eventually you're going to have to start taking care of her child. You're going to be up sleepless nights. They're going to be asking you to babysit. Like, this family right here, it's so sad. Because I feel like they're using you and they're setting you up to take the biggest fall ever. You're going to have to put your foot down. I suggest that you make them be mature enough. You leave them in that place. You leave them. Or if it's an apartment, I would find out when the lease is due. If I have 2 more months, I would say, I'm letting you guys know now. In 60 days, I'm leaving. I'm not renewing this lease. I'm tired of taking care of all of you. I didn't sign up for this. I married you, not you and your sister's baby and her man and all this. I didn't sign up for all of this. If you can't show me that you can provide and be the husband that I want, I'm gonna leave. There should always be a fear of losing you. Not you can do whatever you want to me and I'm gonna stay. Absolutely not. There should always be that fear. There should always be maintenance in a relationship. I don't feel like he's doing what he has to do to maintain your happiness. I feel like you married him so quickly that you didn't get a chance to really get to know him. Because knowing how lazy he is, that would have come out had you dated him longer. You would have realized this brother is always complaining about his job. He is always quitting. He has had 10 jobs in the last 2 years. I don't think he's stable. You would have been able to pinpoint that. You would have been able to say, you know what? No, I don't think he has what it takes to provide for me the way I want him to. But you married him so quickly and now you're getting to know him, and that's backwards. You always, always, always pray when you're in a relationship and ask God to reveal to you things that you don't know. Ask God to take the blinders off when you're dating. Show me what I'm not seeing right now. I know I'm head over heels and all I can see is how amazing this person is, but God, I need you to show me what I can't see. Take the blinders off, take the rose-colored glasses off, and show me this person for who and what they truly are. God, I don't want just anybody. I want the man that you've chosen for me. So if he's not your choice, he's not my choice. There was a reason why God didn't create Adam and Eve at the same time. He wanted him to come first and lay it out for his wife. If a man's not laying it out for you, You shouldn't be laying down. Never mind. Alright, so that is pretty much it. Be sure to thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. And also be sure to check out my book, The Dating Game, available on Creative Space, Amazon, Kindle, and now BarnesandNoble.com. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Until next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.